Hi, Mike Sarah here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
All right, everybody, it's Friday. You know what that means. Let's crack 'em. Well, this is Customer States, the podcast where we discuss and bitch about everything automotive, including working in the automotive industry. Actually, more specifically, working in the automotive industry at the dealership level.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and to my left... by the way, I'm Kevin Waters. I'm the producer who's horribly fucking up this intro. And to my left is Mike Sarah.
Oh, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Sarah, the Senior Master Technician, shop foreman, transmission technician, the wearer of many hats. And
getting sick of your hats.
Me too, dude. Me too. Been in the automotive industry for about 20 years. And to my left is Ali, the warranty administrator.
Hi, Ali.
As a translation, I'm Ali Paul. I do warranty, new vehicle warranty at the dealership level for the past 11 years.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. It's great. Everything's fine. It's great. It's wonderful. And to my left is the ever wonderful Jacob Rikus.
Hi, everybody. I'm back.
Hi, Jake.
Welcome back to another episode, guys. I'm Jake Rikus, as always. Been in the dealership level automotive industry for about 3 years as a service advisor, but been tinkering with cars since I was a wee lad. And
Tinkerer.
Yeah, tinker. And if you extra special close listeners out there notice something, there was an extra crack today. And sitting across from me, our first special guest, is Eric the Monty Montenegro.
What's up, y'all? I'm Eric Montenegro. I've been at the dealer now for 3.5 years, but I've been wrenching my whole life. See, Mike wears a lot of hats, but I wear a lot of shoes.
One to match every outfit.
Yes, that's it.
Man, now I want to be somebody who wears a lot of something.
Belts.
Shirt?
Belts.
No, you should be the suspenders guy.
Oh, God.
Could be a
Is that still a thing? Are people still wearing suspenders?
I sure hope
old
so.
people.
Yeah.
Old people. Yeah, I know.
Ali goes,
Firefighters.
you see
I was
that?
gonna
You see that
say
cog?
something,
She's like,
but I was
old people
like, no.
and
I just saw a rainbow
old
wheel in her
people.
eyes.
Firefighters and neo-Nazis are the only people
Oh, Jesus Christ.
right now.
A neo-Nazi.
Hey, hipsters, bro.
Yeah,
I was going to say hipsters.
Gentrified neighborhoods.
No.
A bunch of rolled up jeans with suspenders.
I
And
try to stay away
All the
from those
denim.
neighborhoods.
All of it.
$180 boots and shit, you know?
The suspenders on the outside, for sure. Because old men do suspenders under the shirt. That's the way, like, you're supposed to do it.
Why would you wear suspenders on the inside,
So
though?
they don't see, because you don't have to wear a belt. That's what suspenders are for. It's
How are you
be
supposed to tuck
hidden.
your How are you supposed to tuck your shirt in if you got suspenders underneath?
I've seen it recently, and it goes around the suspenders. It looked very silly. It might have been at Walmart. I'm not sure.
That makes more sense.
So, to start it off on a good note, you really want to talk about the dog.
I have a dog story, you
That's
guys.
very good. Very good. Very good.
Okay, so I was coming back. I think I had visited you for one reason or another to bitch at you or about general dealership life or
Like we do.
like you do.
Yep.
And I come over and there's a little mass of people over by the Volkswagen side, and there's a little cute little dog, like medium-sized dog, like a little bit bigger than Beans. So cute. And she was a stray that a Good Samaritan had like kind of like.
Was she a stray or was she like a stray, like out of position?
She was a stray canine.
How do you know it was a she? Did you check?
Oh, it was definitely a she. She had a pink collar.
Oh,
and
watch your microaggressions.
How dare you assume?
Okay, and she was shaved underneath, so she had just gotten spayed. There was no other
there was no
male
hand-downs.
dog bits in that area.
Your genitalia.
Show me your genitals. Anyways, yeah, and so this Good Samaritan had like ushered her in our way, and then she moseyed on into Victor's Bay, and then back up front, and we had her like tied up to the bench and had like a little water dish and like the whole thing, and then animal control came.
Yeah. Well, you know, at the dealership when you're not doing anything and you see animal control, I'm like, ooh, excitement. I wonder what's going on. So I tried getting a hold of the dispatcher on the Volkswagen side, and he didn't answer. So Frank picked up.
Okay.
And I'm like, so what's going on?
No Teddy.
I'm all like, no, I don't know where he was today, but either way. So I'm like, so why is animal control over there? You guys got a raccoon infestment? He's like, no.
I'm sorry. Is that where you put your money in the stock of raccoons?
The raccoon
Trash panda.
Trash panda infestation. So he goes,
Hashtag sell the bout.
So he goes, no, Ted's just got fleas and we need to get him.
Poor Teddy.
I don't know where he was
Took
today.
so much shit at the dealership.
Talk about somebody who would have stories.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It would be fun, but I don't know.
And the dog was chipped, so.
Yeah, the dog
Happy
was
ending.
chipped, and so I think she like was a new like rescue and got scared and ran away because she had like just gotten spayed and like all that. So it was like, hopefully John, who found her, he just got his dog passed away like 6 months ago. So he's like, here's my card in case they don't find her. Like, I'd love to adopt her type of thing. So it came full circle.
Oh, there you
Super
go.
happy.
And then Animal Control talked about her pet lizard or something.
Yes,
like
its
that,
name
which
was. Yes, it's.
Dude, Animal Control people are bizarre. They're super nice people, and they, you know, that whole thing, protect the animals, get them back, but they're all super weird. It's like, you want to hear about my pet lizard?
Its name was Frank.
Frank the lizard.
That is kind of weird. Yeah, for sure.
She was
Or the
like
ones
my
that talk about their pet skunks.
Dude, I would dig a pet skunk. I just would.
Did we talk about that?
Case in point. Yes, case in point.
Yep.
Yes, Eric listens to the show.
Yes, he does.
Thank you, Aaron.
And I will reiterate, I want to.
So what about you guys? Did you have any fun things that happened today? Any
Where
out
to
of the
start? There's so
ordinaries?
many.
Any weirdos? Any
Yes.
coolios?
No, they're just all weird. None of them are cool.
Yeah.
Kevin and the Hazy?
Kevin has been whipped back from the board a tiny bit.
Yeah,
You can
so
play the sound bites instead of saying that.
I was gonna say.
I'll dovetail off your dog story.
There you go.
Yeah, no. This wasn't yesterday or anything, but I was walking into the office and
You don't
get
have to tell them that. They won't know.
Well, I mean, good point.
It was today.
It was today earlier, at 2:55 p.m. No, you get preoccupied in your work and you're walking in, you know, you're flipping through paperwork and you're not paying attention because you walk the same route every day. So walking into the front door, you know, you fling the door open, you walk in, and all of a sudden I almost fall completely on the floor because this lady's dog is lying right in front of the doorway. You know, fortunately I didn't step on it
What
or anything.
size
but,
dog are we talking?
It was a pretty medium size,
Okay.
definitely bigger than Beans.
I'm assuming
Okay.
I'm assuming it was a medium.
It was a good sized dog to cause me to fall. Like, come on, yeah.
Like golden retriever or bigger.
But you know, anybody else in that situation would have been pissed, you know, for the customer leaving the dog there. But it immediately turned around like, "Oh, I'm
It's a
sorry."
puppy.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. You're all like,
Can I pet it?
You're like,
Yeah.
what idiot left there? Oh,
No, I definitely thought that.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
Someone left their gym bag in front of the door or something.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. We haven't really had any. I mean, people bring their pets into the service office all the time.
Yeah.
They're like, can we bring the dog in? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of dogs at our dealership, for sure.
We even used to have like dog treats that were offered.
Oh, really?
Customers, yeah.
Nice.
We had like a
Were they branded?
no, they didn't have the Ford Oval on them. It was actually supplied by our coffee company.
Yo, Subaru is they're cornering the market of dog owners, right?
Yes,
you guys
they
need to
are.
get back
Are
up
they?
on that. Everything's like a dog commercial.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
big time.
Well,
do you like
people like
Do you like
dogs
the
more than
outdoors?
people.
Do you like dogs? Subaru.
Yeah.
Well, just people know that know that people who enjoy Fords enjoy dogs as well. So it doesn't have to be like specifically marketed. You know,
I think Honda did that a little while with their Element. Yeah, same deal.
okay. So another thing that's animal related.
The Squirrel Superhighway.
No, that was also
yeah, I know. I did.
that was cool to see in person.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
you did get to see that. Ellie
Yeah.
told me about that. He's like, "Is that the Squirrel Superhighway?"
Fuck yeah.
We had talked about the Squirrel Superhighway at Jake and Ellie's combined dealership area, and I got to see it in person.
In action.
And, well, my God, it is a Squirrel Superhighway.
Like sometimes I don't even tell anyone I'm gonna go smoke, and I just sit there. That sounds so terrible. I just watch the squirrels,
Spinster much?
the birds and the squirrels.
Instead of cats, this one's in the squirrels.
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Some things I shouldn't say on the podcast. I'm
Welcome
supposed
to the middle of your life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like being super excited for the big Albertsons. Jake and I, there's a specific
Oh,
store
yeah.
that I get
That's a
so
sweet Albertsons.
excited to go to.
Adulting is its finest.
They have everything.
You went to a party and stayed up till 2. I was excited about getting dark chocolate salted caramel from Albertsons.
So, topic to riff. With your whole alley, the cool, bad, whatever customers. I had a end of the dayer, or like right before closer, however you want to call them. So it's a customer
Straggler, if you will.
Yeah, it's a customer I know fairly well. She wants to be a nice lady, but she's just batshit crazy. So she pulls up, and I'm the one who's working late today, and I immediately know who she is. We'll just call her, I don't know.
Batshit Betty.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll
Debbie.
How dare you disgrace that name?
So yeah, that's fine. We'll call her Charlotte. So
Fuck that.
oh yeah, Charlotte was
Yeah,
I can't
no,
do
you
that.
can't.
Give me
Oh,
another name.
that's
Another
Sherry.
name. Come on,
Sherry.
Sherry. That's perfect.
Sherry.
Okay, Sherry. So Sherry called the other day, and she goes, "Oh, my screen's doing something. Help me." And I'm like, "It's like okay, bring it by whenever you can." And she's usually the end of the day, but she'll give me like an hour and a half, 2 hours before close. This time, and that was supposed to be yesterday. Never showed. Today, she showed up 10 minutes before locking the door. It was the chick who was leaving in the Mazda 6. You saw her.
Oh yeah, I saw her.
So Sherry. So I come out and I'm like, "Hey, how are you, Sherry?" She's like, help me." And it's like, okay, what's going on? Her screen is doing a reboot. So you turn on the car, emblem pops up, crashes. So I'm like, okay, let me see what I
So
can.
just like keeps
Yeah,
circulating
so-
the emblem.
So pop the hood, pull the room fuse, pull the Bose fuse, pull the audio fuse. Usually that'll fix it. So I pull that, put it all back in. It doesn't fix it. And she's sitting there watching. And she's like, well, did it fix it? And I start the car, and obviously it didn't. And she loses it on me.
Like in what way?
Like, I can't believe I can't get ahead. I just bought this car. It was such a piece of crap. What the hell happened? This whole thing. And I feel bad for her. And I'm like, so there's a fuse that you can pull that stops the CMU from communicating with the screen. And I'm like, I'm going to try one last thing. But if this does what it does, you're going to need a CMU. And she's like, well, how much is a CMU? I'm like, $1,500, $2,000. And she's like,
Is it a new car?
no, it's like a
bummer.
it's like a 2017. So I'm like, $1,500, $2,000. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, oh crap. I hit a nerve. And she, that whole thing back and forth, and then she starts crying, and I'm like, oh my God, it's 5 minutes till I get to go home, and this is what I got to deal with. And so she's like, can I go? Is that your smoking spot? And I had no idea she was a smoker. So she's like, is that your smoking spot over there? She's like, I'm going to go smoke like 3 cigarettes. I'm like, oh, okay. So, well, she's over there. I call parts department, and I'm like, I need the price on the CMU, and it ends up only being $1,200.
Okay.
Only whatever. So I walk over there. And
At retail, though.
at her cost.
Okay, good.
Yeah, $1,200 at her cost, parts and labor. So I walk over there. I'm like, hey, so I got the quote for the part, and she's like, is it $2,000? I'm like, no, it's.
But with labor, it is.
Yeah, no. And I told her, I'm like, no, it's about $1,200. She's like, oh, that changes everything. I'm like, what?
Oh,
Oh, okay, cool. Let's keep this rolling. She's like, do you have the parts? I'm like, no. She's like, can you order the parts? I'm like, do you want to pay for it up front? She's like, oh, let me think on it. And then, just, oh my God, thank you so much, Jake. Hugs and kisses and peels off. Yeah. So, a little bit of end
Okay,
of the
well,
day.
that ended up good. I was thinking.
I use that term loosely. That did not end up good. That was like 5 minutes before close, man. Come on.
Well, you were ready to go when I got there. I picked Jacob today.
Yeah.
Because I got off earlier. So I
fancy.
picked you up.
Yeah, she gets to go home. She's like, hey, babe, it's 4:30. I'm going home. Have fun for another 2 hours. Haha, you suck.
Went and hung out with Sylvia,
Yeah.
my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. And
I mean, everybody knows if you start crying at the door, you get what you want.
well, it works for me with my manager, so I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. They're just
wish.
like, oh, whatever. Just psh, psh, go away.
Here's a box of tissues.
And a bag of jelly beans.
You got an end
Don't
of dayer,
forget
Mike?
those.
What did you say? End of dayer?
I said, do you have an end of dayer?
it wasn't much of an end of dayer, but we did have one that was kind of interesting. We were talking about animals.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier.
I guess I could rephrase that. Did that happening make you want it to be the end of the day?
That happening made me want it to be the end of the day. Yes.
There you go.
So it's the happening of the
Oh,
day.
here, this is the sound
a
of my
day
palm
ender.
hitting my head.
Should have had a V8.
Okay, so we had a customer that came in.
There's plenty of V8s at Mike's dealership.
Yeah, we've got a few of those.
Oh, my
So you
God.
get nothing.
I just got that joke. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, you guys aren't used to those in your lineup.
No. Divide that by 2.
Oh, after you tell your story, we have to talk about my visit.
Oh yeah, okay, we will do that. Okay, so let me get through the story. So we had a customer that came in. I believe Eric knows about the story. So we had a customer that came in, and he was talking about, why are there all these spider webs all over his car? And
Spiderwebs.
yeah, and so we're looking
That's
at
not
Spider-Man
like, wait,
was
that's not
looking
like
over your
a,
car.
Banana.
That's not like-
There it is.
Banana.
that's not like a code word for like the paint cracking or something.
No,
He's
no, no,
actually
like-
talking about
like the
Spider butt secretions?
arachnophobia creatures, and
Your favorite.
I have arachnophobia. That's why I said that word. Yeah, I do not like spiders. Kill on sight.
Burn the building down.
I'm gonna come.
No, I'm gonna kill. But yeah, I kill all spiders. KAS.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
So the customer came in and he was talking about, why are there spider webs all over his car? And apparently all the service advisors had a good laugh at it and then came to tell me about it after the fact, saying, dude, this has got to be on the podcast. So it turns out that the conversation went, why are there all these spider webs all over my car? And the service advisor looks at the customer and says, is your car parked outside anywhere? Like in a garage, outside, next to a tree?
Not
next to
in a
some
perfect
grass?
vacuum.
Yeah, it's like
Clearly a manufacturer.
spiders have. Well, the customer wanted to know where the spiders came from.
It's like Charlotte. It's spelled out fucking Ford.
Yeah. the customer wanted to know where the spiders came from. Was it like a Ford thing or like?
Is it a 4? Yeah, that's like you have a
Those are Michigan spiders.
Yeah, you have 1,000 tiny spider sacks all hidden in your car, and as they hatch, you get to watch it.
Have you hit the brakes hard recently?
It's like sea monkeys. Like 1 in 6 will populate, but
Didn't you read the window sticker and what you paid for?
yeah, you got to read the fine print. But it says it's going to come with spiders. Okay?
Door edge guards, spider egg sack.
This is the Halloween edition.
So we literally had to tell the customer, and I say we, in the
General
Broad
sense.
broad sense, yeah, of we had to tell the customer, I mean, there's spiders in your house, but you didn't bring them into your house. There's spiders outside your garden, but you didn't take them to the garden. There's also spiders on your car, and spider webs like happen from spiders. So I don't like. You should drive your car more often, I guess.
Yeah, wash it every once in a while. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what the thing came down to at the end. It's just crazy. It's some of the things that people complain about.
So the service writers didn't tell him about the secret spider pheromone that they put in the paint that attracts
if we tell
spiders.
if we tell them about that, then that means it's got to be covered under warranty.
bail, Mike, bail, Mike, bail.
The real question is here: did you process that as warranty?
No.
We generated
Do
an
not
error
come.
on it because the customer requested that.
Did they really?
No.
Oh, Jesus. See, that's what's sad about this industry is I totally believe somebody would be like, well, I want you to document it.
Well, because
Maybe they
you
just
hear it
wanted-
all the time.
Yeah.
They want to document it that one time 2 months ago something happened to their car. We were never able to duplicate it.
And I want David Attenborough to read it back to me. Your dealership visit?
Oh, so I got to visit Mike.
You did. You came by.
Yes, because someone got a bell, and
Those have been selling like hotcakes.
Sell the bell.
Hashtag sell the bell.
Sell that shit.
And it comes with a personalized
Eric's
letter.
got one.
Eric does have one.
Yeah, you
Eric
like
needs
that?
a letter.
Because Eric's a G.
I
Right
wrote,
on the
I
front
wrote
of my
Eric a
toolbox.
sticky note.
I was very appreciative.
Did you
was
sign it in
personal.
crayon?
No, I didn't have the crayons with me.
Sorry, Eric.
It was a pink highlighter.
Ooh.
Those are like,
Mike just sitting there putting it on his
Real
lips.
bad.
play it again so we can hear it in its glory.
I want a hot dog real bad.
If
Funny,
you-
I had the same reaction.
I'm pretty sure that movie is 20 years old today.
Would you
actually.
believe it if I told you I just watched that the other day for the first
For
time?
the first,
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
I've never seen it before.
Okay, for all of you who don't know what the fuck we're talking about Legally Blonde.
Allie and I are having a moment.
Oh, man.
Fucking dying here.
And it was exactly what I expected.
Oh, I'm so glad.
And at that
I
moment,
loved it.
Eric was just bending, snapping all over the place.
I really did. I'm not going to lie. After lunch.
So it was kind of a culture shock, like in a big way, when I visited your guys' dealership.
Real
because, like,
dealership.
yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah. So we work for a mom and pop dealership. Like, there's something to be said about that. It's small. It hasn't been renovated in
I honestly
ever.
miss those days, though, to be honest.
Yeah, it has its pros and cons,
If
and I'm not
if
bagging
it's
on it.
Run
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's actually
Exactly.
the perfect soundbite for
Yeah,
that
it
moment
really
because some of the time it does work. And some of the time it
It
doesn't.
just doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time.
But like it's on a smaller scale, so you fuck up on a smaller scale too.
Yeah, that's
Like you guys at your dealership. So I walk into their dealership. Mike takes me to the to the bays, and I got to meet Eric for the first time. I was like super nervous.
You know what?
You were nervous.
And hold
I
that
was.
and hold that thought. Why didn't you introduce me to Eric when I was there?
Yeah, that was rude.
Am I second fiddle to you?
Because you needed a tool and you weren't there on pleasure, you were there on business. And
Yeah, I
think
guess
it's the other
so.
time.
I was on my lunch break.
You know what? Speaking
Otherwise, I would have taken you around the dealership and introduced you, dog and pony show like I did with her. So
Doug and Pony Show. And like you said, mom and pop, and we've talked about this before, but do you know how embarrassing that is to show up at a different dealership? Like, we need wheel dollies. Who the hell doesn't have wheel
Listen,
dollies?
If it makes you feel better, I don't
have
even
to
know what the
ask
fuck
for
that is.
tools. I have to ask for tools from other dealerships. Not all the time, but I mean, it happens.
Yeah, but
it's not.
But still, it's so few and far between. We could literally ask for a tool every single day.
Hopefully, you're able to have the humility, or not humility, but just ask. I mean, we're all here to. Usually, we're all here to help each other.
Any excuse to come see you. Yeah, not gonna lie, I was totally bummed out when I heard that Jake was at the dealer and you didn't bring him
I'm
by.
sorry. It was like a
My
spur
heart
of the
broke.
moment
Who?
thing.
And I'm sorry. Who did I meet?
Andrew.
You met my baymate.
Right, your baby.
Hey, babe, mate.
Hey, baymate.
Hey,
And that's
That's got to be a soundbite. That's got to be a soundbite.
and that's Andrew.
That's Andrew.
That's
Yeah,
Andrew.
Yeah.
And then I also-
you might have
He's
met
very
Rudy
nice.
as well. Rudy might have been there. My other baby.
Yeah, on the other side.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I've met Allie,
Oh hi,
The other-
I'm here.
the
the other Allie, and the gentleman that she works with.
Israel.
Israel, thank you. I could not remember. I was going to say something totally not that.
And that's the end of our segment.
Jerusalem.
Yeah, I did. Ichabod.
I was going to say, and that's the end of our segment. Who works at Mike's dealership?
Well, with a quick Google search, you too could find out who works at
Don't
Mike's
do
dealership.
this. Don't do it.
I was actually trying to get a hold of your service manager today because I was so steaming pissed when my service manager brought me that list I was telling you about. I was gonna call her and be like, "Do you make your advisors cold call customers by any chance? Do you do that shit?" I already knew the answer, but I just needed to hear it for myself.
She was really busy today, as like with
Yeah, because their dealership has customers that come to it.
Yeah, go figure. Well, me and Ellie were talking about that. It's like the one thing that New Boy doesn't really realize is he's always comparing what
Nothing. Go on.
the new guy, New
Yes.
Boy.
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing.
He always compares it, like I've said in other episodes, GM, Infinity, this, that, the other thing, big dealerships. You guys have like 45 effing models. We have we have 5.
Yeah.
5. So, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Well, you guys just aren't set up with the infrastructure, if I may use such a bold word, to be able to do this sort of volume that he's talking about. I mean, I understand what your gripes were, but I mean, that's kind of like every service manager's model when they come into a new place is like, we're going to increase production and this is how we're going to do it. And you're going to like it or you're not. And I'm going to hire somebody else in to do it.
Yep.
And sometimes you just got to play by the game, play by their rules.
Yep.
And if it doesn't work for them, then that's their problem.
Yep.
But at least you did everything that they were asking. They can't say that, oh, well, my idea failed because of this person.
Yeah, because then it can come back on you.
It's a very thin
It
line.
sucks.
You're walking on eggshells the whole time. It's horrible. Yeah.
And how many bays do you guys have at your?
A lot.
So many. I said you have 50.
A lot.
It's not 50.
No.
It feels like
30-something, I
50.
30.
No, we only have 48.
We have 37 bays, but they don't all have like lifts on them, and some of them are for like
Okay.
detail and wash.
I was going to
and
say
stuff like
behind the back, you guys have that little wash bay.
I mean, we have 12 service technicians, service mechanics, and technicians and stuff like that, including lube personnel. I think it's at that number. But almost every person has like at least 1 to 2 lifts or bays per person.
Yeah, I walked in there and I was just like, wow. Because I've been to other dealerships, I guess. Like, I see them every day, but I've never been like behind the scenes,
Well, I love that. I love going to other shops. And
Yeah,
seeing,
it was super
what
fun.
Other shops look like and what it would be like to work there. And I picture like my toolbox in a certain area and be like, oh, could I picture myself here? And
I'm gonna come.
usually it's not like that because I'm very happy where I'm at. Don't let my
Do you
manager
guys
know.
like feng shui your area? Do you are you guys
I do.
particular?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
And
You
there's
gotta-
19 of us, by
you
the
gotta
way. I
make
just
it-
counted in my head.
You gotta
Is there 19
did.
of us
There's 19
still?
of us.
Wow.
you gotta make it your own.
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, no, we're
Wait.
about, no, it's going to be 18 tomorrow.
Including porters?
No, didn't include porters.
19?
There's 19. I included the apprentices as well.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Apprenticee?
Yeah, you should.
Apprentice eye?
Apprentice eye.
Someone Google it.
Apprentices.
Apprenti.
Apretitado.
Oh, that Rosetta Stone's paying off. Hashtag sell the bell.
But I was very impressed with Eric's toolboxes. They're super cool. They're fun colors.
Lots of fun,
Or
yeah.
the trim is fun colors. They're like black and purple and green.
Yes.
Love me some trim.
It's very tasteful.
All the
I like
colors
it.
of the rainbow, if you will.
And then
I'm
Mike's,
sorry. Was that expensive piece?
and then Mike's all decked out. He's got like you like live there.
Mike has
You've
the
got,
loudest
like,
box in the
nice
shop.
clocks
No cap.
and-
No cap.
Loudest box in the shop.
I've only been there forever, so I like that's my area, that's my corner. So it's,
This is my box. There are
Been
many
decorated.
like it, but this one is mine. Hi, Bean.
Kono, you gonna come make an appearance again?
Yes, every episode. Hi, Bean. Hi, Bean. Are you protecting us?
All right, thank you, Kono.
He's looking down at us watchfully from the top of the stairs.
Yes, no, my area is very well put together just because I've lived there for like 10,
Longer.
14 years.
Well, you know, as you were counting right there, dude, your eyes started to water like you were going to cry.
They were tears
I
of
caught the
joy.
twinkle.
Yeah,
I really
right.
did.
I lived in Eric's, where Eric currently is located. I lived in his stalls for probably the first 2 or 3 years.
So I can get a better idea of this. Where Mike is, Eric, where are you?
Like
If
in the
you're
beginning.
facing out from his base, I'm directly in line with him on the other side of.
Okay, so if I'm facing his, do a 180 and look across, you're all the way across.
Almost to lube, just before
Oh,
lube.
okay.
Yeah, the wall that's like directly opposite from mine.
Over
in
here.
that
Yeah.
building.
Okay.
And then,
This is so
and then on the right-hand
exciting.
side.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's because it's like our service area is shaped like a horseshoe or a C or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not good with letters.
But you have like fun little tchotchkes and stuff in your bay, and like it's lived
the
in.
most
It's
important
like-
is
Yeah, it's
sell the bell.
because I hashtag
Yes,
sell a bell.
He
there.
did have the sell a bell.
I did.
Of course he did.
I have it. And
Front and center.
Isn't it like stuck with rare earth magnets?
it is stuck with neodynamic or whatever.
Neodymium.
That's what she said. I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Thank you.
It's,
I hate
it's stuck
it.
with crazy
I don't
magnets
like it.
on. I love that thing. Hashtag sell a bell.
Hashtag sell the bell.
Yeah.
So to switch off a bit, how did you get into the field, Eric?
Oh man,
That's good.
Well, like I said, I've been doing it since I was a kid, but didn't quite get into as depth as I am now.
Okay.
I would help my dad work on classic lowriders.
Nice.
Hey,
Impala.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There was a couple of those for sure. And it just stuck with me. And I was in the wrong industry for 11 years. And I say wrong because it paid the bills.
What'd you do prior?
Hospitality.
Oh, okay.
Been there.
Food management, if you will, bar management.
Jesus
So,
Christ, Mike.
very
Where's your
hospitable.
brain going?
Yes.
The wrong place. I'm sorry,
Absolutely.
Eric.
I
You know
expected
love
that.
I can see that though, because you've got a kick-ass attitude with everything. You laugh, you smile a lot, so I can see that being a good fit.
Definitely a people person.
Eric, Eric is for sure a people person.
Well, right when I walked in, I'm like, I like this guy.
Yeah, I've been told by several people in the shop that they know when I'm there.
Oh.
And they know when I'm not there, actually, more importantly.
You hold a presence.
Yeah, I do. It's a lot quieter when I'm not there.
Yeah, because there's nobody cackling out of nowhere in the middle of the
God,
shop.
all
You can
of
hear
the
like
cackles.
impact guns like going off, and then Eric's cackle comes over across all that.
Yeah, I haven't quite measured that yet, what the decibels are, but it's somewhere up there.
I'll get my
It's a
DBO
chortle.
meter out.
It's a good time. I like to make people smile and laugh, and I feel that you should have that at work.
Yep.
You know, nobody wants to dread going to work every day. It's like, oh, it's a chore. I don't want
Right.
to be
Yep.
here. So
Yep.
I am a morning person, which drives some people up the wall.
Eric's the second person that I see every morning, and let me tell you, no joke, it really does brighten my day.
That's amazing.
appreciate
I get my hug every morning, and I feel better going throughout the day.
Man, I wish I had that. When my techs show up in the morning, they call me a prick.
We probably do that too, but you know, it's out of love.
No,
Hopefully to your
I have a very like specific relationship with my techs. It's all fun, but I mean, we rag on each other pretty hard.
It's a sign of affection.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, first thing was Freddie's always there first, and he's like, "What's up, you fucking asshole?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Freddie?"
Imagine if he didn't like you, though.
Exactly, and that's really what it is.
He probably just wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah,
That's what I always say. Like if I don't fuck with you, like talk shit about you, like
I don't like it.
yeah, there's you got to watch yourself.
Yeah, I can be a little harsh at
Everything
times,
you're
and I
doing
tell
is
people.
bad. I want you to know this.
I tell people that I'm blunt and I'm harsh at times. I'm going to tell you like it is, and I'm real, but I wouldn't do that if I didn't like you. So.
Yeah, it's,
Right.
it's out of love.
Absolutely, it's always out of love. All of the love.
It's really important to have that like dynamic in your.
Oh, yeah.
We're like
where
a little
you're
family.
working. Yeah, it's important, but like it's not always easy. It's kind of like having family, you know.
Yeah, no, for
like
sure.
sometimes you grate on each other.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, Kevin gave us the sign. You know what that means?
Fuck you, Kevin. Just kidding.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
All right, everybody. It's,
Mike, you got to pee now?
all right, guys. We are going to take a quick
Mike,
break.
you want to go on a trip?
Yeah, want to go to the park? So that sound means we are going to
I thought
say
I
a thank you
deleted
to our
that.
sponsors, and Mike's going to take a pee break. We'll be right back. Mike, what are you eating? That looks amazing.
Oh, this? It's just a delicious Elsinore burrito from El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Is that nacho cheese sauce and hot Cheetos?
Nacho cheese, hot Cheetos, and their mouth-watering carne asada. And I'm dipping it in their creamy guac.
Creamy guac. Yum.
Giggity.
I guess this is a great time to remind everyone that if they're ever in the Inland Empire area, visit Ray at El Ranchito Taco Shop.
Yeah, totally. Check them out on facebook.com/Ranchito Elsinore.
Or on their Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
Now I want me some Elsinore burrito and some of that creamy guac.
Giggity.
I can always give you some of my creamy guac, Jake. Just ask.
El Ranchito Taco Shop, Lake Elsinore.
More than just great Mexican food.
Arms at the ready?
Oh, yeah.
Present arms.
See, he gets it.
He does.
He gets it.
Hi.
Thank you, Eric.
Jesus
You know why that
Christ,
was
Eric.
allowed?
Where have you been all my life?
Right here.
Only one.
How dare you?
Only one.
This is a democracy.
I have the glory moment.
So, again, thank you to all of our sponsors. We really appreciate all the help and support.
Yes.
We love you all.
And more to that
We love
point,
you.
actually completely separate from that point. While we were on break,
Wow.
Wow. West.
yeah.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Wow, Wild West. So while we were on break, we were talking about what is a line department, heavy line department.
That's me.
And what does that mean versus all the other departments? Because at Ericsson, my dealership, we are departmentalized, which means that there's like a quick service department, a tune-up department, a brake and front end department, a heavy line department, transmission department, lube department, all these sort of things. So Jake and Allie were questioning.
Yeah, we're a lot
and Kevin-
smaller. So we're like 6 to 8 on each side
What?
for
Technicians.
technicians.
Technicians in total.
So
Not even
you know,
departments, just technicians.
yeah.
Right, I was going to say we don't have departments. It's here's your next job.
And Eric, what are we up to right now? 19?
19. Well,
Yeah.
tomorrow's 18.
Well,
Aww.
yeah,
Goodbye, whoever's leaving.
Diego.
On to bigger and better things.
Oh,
Gonna miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
go Diego, go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
All day.
Okay.
Yeah. So at our dealership, there's no like departments. It's just like, okay, you're up.
There's no rhyme or
It's
reason
your-
for the madness.
it's your
like,
job.
Yep, here you go. You're up.
Except for electric now. You have to. We only have one guy that specifically is certified for like
Ice skater.
electric drive.
Ice skater.
Oh, the
Yeah.
like hybrid electric vehicles. Stuff.
No full electric.
The ID foul.
What?
The ID4.
ID4.
So
They're
that's
electric
our and the
They're
e-Golf.
Mach E.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that existed. I'm
well,
sorry.
Yeah, the
Volkswagen
ID4
just
and the Golf
Volkswagen just announced that they want half of their
fleet.
fleet to be
Full electric.
electric
Yep.
by 23.
And all of their vehicles to pass emissions testing.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Shots fired.
you know that's a super
Hey, you guys know about that
Sore
dirty
subject.
thing we did? Here's a brand new electric car.
Okay, so talking about line department specifically, Eric, do you want to kind of break down what heavy line or line department means and the graduations below that?
Lots of fun stuff going on over there. Heavy line covers engine work. And then under the title Heavy Line, we have 2 subtitles of diesel engines and the gasoline engines. So I dabble in both. Just dabble.
Dibble dabble.
a little double.
Yes. But we have a dedicated diesel technician. And she is amazing.
I really want to meet her.
Shout out to Anastasia.
Oh, such a good name.
Yes.
I've said it before.
Wonderful person. And it's amazing to see this girl just jump on these giant trucks and just perch herself on top of the engine and act like it's
Amazing.
nothing. Yeah.
Stop.
that.
You guys are terrible.
I was waiting for it.
Of course.
May or may not have been a bait.
Hey, I didn't say that.
But all of the engine work, leaks, oil and coolant, top of the engine, bottom of the engine, all of it. So
Okay, so what, like, why is it heavy line? Is that like a thing? Like, is
engines
there?
are really heavy.
Is that what
Have you
it
ever tried to lift one?
That's not why.
I was going to make that same joke. Is it bigger than a bread box? Heavy line.
I have lifted a couple with my bare hands, but
Damn.
I've never done an engine. I've done a trans.
How's your back?
well, there you go.
Wait. Phrasing.
We don't
Well, the
judge.
phrasing
No,
one,
you
Kevin,
know
where's
what? I'm just going to stick with that. I'm gonna man that up. I did a trans.
No, I was
their
told
own.
to stay away from the board, so that's on you guys.
We're very open here.
Phrasing.
Absolute-
For all of you out there that like the board, please tell us, because Mike has only heard the bad side of things, and he's kind of like a board Hitler.
I love the board. It's okay.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
That's my favorite. Besides maybe the hot dog one now. That's also my favorite.
You know what, Eric? I've sticking with the hell heavy line question. On average, let's say just F-250. Let's say you got to do an R&R on it. What's it generally
Of the
take you?
engine.
Of the
Remove
engine.
and reinstall for those of you.
Well, no, that would be R&I.
Oh,
R&R
that's
would be
true.
remove and replace.
Replace.
Yes.
Yeah, just curious. What's your general time on like an R&R on an F-250?
Well, see, that's how Volkswagen's different, actually. Because it would be an R&I, the way their labor ops are. But that's fine. Continue.
Yeah, semantics.
Yeah, but yeah.
Right. I mean, if you're dialed into it and you don't have any interruptions, because we never have interruptions.
Ever.
There's no interruptions ever.
Let's go on perfect world.
In a perfect world, we could have it done probably in 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Front end's got to come off, for sure.
Okay.
If you can lift the cab, great. We take cabs off over here
Okay.
Okay.
all day.
Ali saw one.
I did.
Yeah. In
I
my
did.
bay.
What a
Yeah.
what a cab off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cab off.
On F-
The
Yeah.
top was
On an
totally off.
F-150. Yeah. The whole
It
cab
was
was off.
spring break over there.
Phrasing.
I love taking cabs off. It's not as bad as it sounds.
It seems
mind.
like it's really involved. Like,
Well, once you prop your first cab, it's really not a big deal afterwards.
Yeah, no, after the first one, it's fine, but it makes your life so much easier in trying to do things because you can do it with a cab on. You know, these are designed to come in and out with a cab on or off, but save your back and your knees and everything else that gets abused in this industry. You pull the cab. You know, if you get good at it, you can have a cab off in an hour and a half, 2 hours tops.
That came from the old Super Duty days because
Super duty.
before
Super duty.
Super duty.
duty.
but before this new generation of F-150s came out, there was no cab off for the F-150s. So that was just a diesel Super Duty thing. But now everything is cab off. You know, oh, you got to replace the phasers, pull the cab. You know, you got to do this, pull the cab. You got to do that, pull the cab.
How do you set them to stun?
Pull the cab.
Oh, okay.
That
Seems really involved.
Well, if you just pull the cab.
Okay.
Turn it all the way up and rip the cab off.
Response to everything. You got to change the spark plugs.
Pull the cab.
Did you try the spark plugs?
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
It's wild to see how, you know, the new generations of stuff come out and the repair procedures for that. It's just wild. It really is.
How long has Nastasia been working for you guys?
3 to 4 months. 4 months now.
Oh, so she's newish.
Yeah, she's newish, but
To the dealer, not the industry.
Right.
no, she's got Ford. She's got Ford dealer experience. in addition
She's got
to-
Ford running through her blood.
Well, in addition to other shops that she's worked at. So
She's worked on the big diesel trucks. I'm talking
Okay.
about ones that tow and haul across
like
country.
Freightliner
That's what
stuff.
she, yes,
Nice.
she
Damn.
specialized in that.
Yeah.
Stuff, so.
Definitely got to meet this chick.
Yeah.
She's really cool. Yeah, she's the one that put our business cards up in some undisclosed
Oh,
location.
right.
Yes, she did.
I sent you guys a picture. Hey guys, look, there's our card somewhere.
The cards in the wild.
Thank you, Nastasia.
Thank you. So what other like departments? So there's heavy line, there's transmission work, there's obviously like lube techs and lube stuff.
Yeah, we have some dedicated lube techs for sure.
Lubies.
Yeah, lubies.
Brakes in front end, drivability,
Okay.
Tune-up drivability.
tune-up drivability, and then quick service, which is our quote-unquote electrical department.
Yeah, electrical, air conditioning, any of your like infotainment,
Body
units,
panels.
stuff, body panels, wind noises, things like that.
What's the what the heck is that truck called? The Ford Lightning? Oh, is that what you guys are coming out with or something?
Oh, fully electric.
Right,
Yeah, the
fully electric pickup truck,
F-150.
and then the other one is the Ford Maverick, that tiny little thing they're coming out with.
Yeah.
The half like hybrid and gas.
Yeah, they have a hybrid
different.
version. It's a
Ugly
smaller
as
version of the
fuck.
Ranger.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
kind of weird.
So it's your grocery getter pickup truck, if you will.
Okay,
I don't know anything about this.
and then
Look it up. It's hideous.
And
It's not
bummer.
very attractive, but it's practical for you.
and then the meme that I sent you with the we're making an electrical version of our Mustang. Oh, that's awesome! We're going to make a full electric version of the CA Corvette. We're going to put a Hellcat engine inside of a Chrysler
minivan.
Pacifica.
I want to see that happen.
Oh my
I want to see that happen.
Yeah.
I would own one in a heartbeat.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Mid-engine in the floor.
Yes.
Dodge was the people.
Hey,
that put
Toyota
a
did that for a
V10
while. It can be done.
Yeah.
Sienna.
Yes.
Dodge was the one that put a V10 in the first edition of the Viper.
I think it was
and
heavy,
Like,
actually.
it didn't work at all. 'cause
Oh,
it was
no.
The front end was so heavy, you couldn't do anything with the car.
Yeah.
We're just gonna shove the biggest thing that we can find in here, and good luck to you.
Sounds like a plan.
Phrasing? Pretty
I
sure?
mean,
Phrasing?
this whole industry is full of phrasing.
Yes, it is.
Like, oh my God. Even sometimes the stories make me laugh. Like, oh, lubed the hole or whatever. And I'm like, ha. I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
You what did Lightline you said no longer exists?
Well, no, okay, so we call it heavy line at our specific place, but within heavy line there would have been like light line, so like it would have been a line thing, and then whether it goes to light line or heavy line, and we don't have, our dealership isn't big enough to have a light line department and a heavy line department, so line department is just called heavy line.
Gotcha.
So like light line department would have been like, water pumps, radiators,
Okay.
exhaust manifolds, like the easy things. Heavy line would have been like engine replacement, cylinder heads, things like that. So like
Okay.
you would have had line department separated into a bunch of different things, including gasoline engine line department and diesel engine line
Gotcha.
department.
So you're strictly engines.
Yes.
Okay.
Gas.
I mean, I dabble in a little of everything again.
Sure, of course. Well, but
Well,
set
you
aside
have to at our
right,
dealership,
right.
yeah.
Set aside from actual skills you possess to what you're
Engines.
expected to do, I guess would be the best way to put that.
Yeah.
Engines. All day.
engines all day.
Make it go vroom.
Make it go vroom.
And then do you guys have like a separate like quality control situation, or are you like
Me and Mike.
I'm kind of glad that you said something because I didn't want to say anything.
Did you see what this guy? No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
honestly, it kind of is just like, so for the things that need to have like quality control, it's coming out of either of our two departments. And so as kind of the department heads of our departments, we have that quality control to begin with. But then it's like, oh, so we have this vehicle, we did a bunch of work on it. Let's give it to a service advisor or somebody who lives far away to, do an overnight road test
Okay.
or whatever on it. Put 50 something miles, 100 miles on it or whatever, just to make sure that everything's good. Bring it back the next day or over the weekend or whatever. Check it out and make sure that everything's fine on it before we release it to the customer. That's kind of our quality check. We, back in the day, before it was the dealership that it was, the shop foreman at the time actually was our QC person, and he'd go drive something 25 miles, bring it back, personally put it up on the lift himself, inspect everything, and say, okay, this car is good, sign off on it, and ship it back.
It's
to the
funny
customer.
that you bring that up because I was going to ask you guys. It's like you two, when you're done with the job, specifically test drive the vehicles yourself.
I do for sure,
Yeah.
like almost 100% of the time. Yeah.
So like,
Yes.
like with my shop, my techs, if it's a really big job, like something they've been on that they've been married to, they'll test drive it. Besides that, they park it and have the dispatcher test drive it.
Well, the issue that I see with that is that if it's just a straightforward repair, like, oh, we had an issue with a leak or something like that, we fixed the leak and we see somebody put some miles on it, I don't expect the person that's driving it to be looking for a symptom that we were diagnosing before. Whereas if it's like an engine running concern or a transmission concern, and I just overhaul this transmission, or we just replaced these parts on this engine for this specific
Right.
concern, I need somebody that's, for those concerns, I need somebody that's going to be able to pick up on those things maybe before a check engine light comes on, so they can bring it back to the shop.
And knows what to look for.
Yeah, knows what to look for. And most of the time, if you tell somebody, even if you just tell the porter, like, hey, I need you to go drive this thing 25 miles, let me know if such and such happens. They're not complete idiots.
Keep an eye out for the sound or whatever.
That little amber light on the dash.
No, like before the light comes on, and like, oh, the vehicle was shuddering from third to fourth gear. Like, I need you to pay attention to that, or something like that. It's
mine are usually just leaks.
Well, again, that's the different departments.
Yeah,
it's really interesting to see what comes out of different departments and what you're looking for and what the quality check purpose is.
Oh, I meant to ask you, Eric. So do you end up doing a lot more? Okay, so this is something that's happening with both of our dealers a little bit. So we won't have specific parts. So they'll just replace the whole engine. Is that happening to you? Are you doing like more engines than usual?
It is.
Mike's making a face. Mike's making a face.
It is an option. It doesn't happen often. I actually was trying to do that today. You really want to take care of the customer at the end of the day. It's all about taking care of the customer, getting them back in their vehicle.
100%. Kevin, ring that bell.
Absolutely.
Sell the bell.
Oh, that was such
all
a
about the
sad
customer.
ring.
It is all about the customer.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what you guys
We
said.
are here because of the
Customer.
customer. We are here because of the customer.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
So if parts are on back order for, a month or 2 months, or there's no ETA at all, then yes, we can go to what's called the next level assembly, and we can order an entire engine or an entire, in Mike's department, an entire transmission or transfer case, whatever.
Yeah.
To fix the problem and get the customer back on the road.
And that's kind of the shitty thing that Mazda's been doing these past couple of weeks or months. We got inundated with a bunch of cylinder heads. For whatever reason, just happened all really at the exact same time. So,
Well, it's a specific culprit, but we won't go into it.
right, but either way,
Not a person.
It seemed like we get them here and there, but for that month, it was like 6, like back to back to back. And the parts were back ordered for 3 to 4 months. However, engines were available in plethora right then and there. So all of these people are out of their cars and they're calling Mazda, customer relations, they're calling us. It's like, look, we just want our car back. It's like, we understand that there's back ordered parts, but this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, like you have a car with a vehicle with 10,000 miles on it, and the customer's had it for what, like
maybe a year,
maybe
or less.
Maybe like 5 or 6 months too.
Right, and they're all happy that either they're in a rental or they're in a loan car, or whatever the case may be.
But it gets old,
and that's the thing. So they call Mazda, we call Mazda, and out of the 6 that we had, they sent us 1 engine. And they're like, nope, let the rest of them sit, let them rot. I'm like, oh, that's great. They'll never buy a Mazda
That's
again.
up to the manufacturer to make that decision.
Oh, I know it is.
Sometimes I've seen the manufacturer step up and be like, oh, well, we'll pay for your payment this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Payment
that
this
happens.
Whatever, yeah.
They'll do like lease payments or whatever kind of payments. But I have seen it too with extended parts issues, that if someone has a problem after their warranty is expired, the customer will come back and call customer relations and say, hey, I didn't have my car for 3 months. You need to extend my warranty by 3 months or cover this repair.
Yep.
Because if I wasn't driving it, why shouldn't you honor it?
Yep.
For that amount of time? And I have to admit that I really agree with that. I mean, if you're going to work with your customer, that's what you need to do. Well, it won't happen every time, but
and that's kind of what's back-ass words about Mazda. Like, I've got a customer in right now who's under her 60,000 for her powertrain, but she's out by 2.5 months. Her transmission took a crap on her.
Yeah, it's whichever comes first.
So we call Mazda and they're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll cover the transmission, no problem. But on a 2016 CX-5. But if it's a new CX-5 that needs a head, they're like, nope, let him sit.
Yeah. It's a case-by-case basis, too.
Depends on who you get on the other line.
There is that, too.
If you're, hot enough, not, sexy, but, upset enough.
Well, thank you, Allie.
Are these FaceTime calls or something?
Boobies! So, to skip, you've got reader mail.
I do.
Wait,
do have a few
what kind of mail?
mails.
Listener, whatever, Alan. Jesus Christ.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
Watch your mail.
Technical foul.
Jake, I picked up what you were putting.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Allie!
So did I, but, come on. Come on.
She's obligated.
That's why we
to
made
give you a
fun of
hard
it.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a warranty administrator. Like, I find flaws for a living.
All of the phrasing.
So now that we've had some fun, there's some heavier stuff to talk about. Heavy line. There you go.
Well, actually, the first one that I wanted to talk about wasn't something so
Okay.
heavy. We can talk about the heavy one to start with if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that so we don't end with heavy.
Oh, good. Oh, yes, I love that. Okay. So Andrew from Columbus, Ohio,
What's up, Andrew?
he likes the podcast, good listener, and he had listened to the episode that we talked about stress management. I believe that was a topic that actually a listener, Christine, had brought up for us. And he kind of wanted us to expand upon that because he's known some people personally that have,
Taking the final step.
taking the final step. And he was kind of wondering more about how we deal with things, in the stress management, how you look at yourself for self-worth and how to build up your self-esteem and kind of more habits that things that you can do that weren't so self-destructive, like drinking a cold one every day
Right.
after work.
Right.
Or a case of them.
So
Or a case of them in some people's Mike.
to start this conversation out, no matter how bad it gets, it should never get to that point. It's
Well, it's not on the person
but-
totally, too.
But
Like,
you know what
you're
I
not-
mean. You should. There's always something you can do, whether you call into your favorite podcast to talk about it, or talk to a friend, or talk to somebody. There should be no reason why you should feel.
No one is
Always
ever truly
resources.
alone.
And that's exactly it. You should net truly. Eric gets it, man.
Hashtag sell the bell.
There you go.
Kevin.
Drink responsibly.
Nobody should ever have to go through life, whether it be stress from work or your peers or what's happening in your life. You should never have to feel that worthless, that low on yourself, that however you want to word that. Nobody should ever have to be able to put themselves in that situation. There's always something to look at that is better than what you're going through.
So how do you find that? What do you do?
So, me personally, I'm kind of a weird case with this, and Allie will.
You're weird.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well,
Allie,
that's part of it, right? Like, okay,
Right.
embrace your weird, embrace that thing.
and
like, you know.
Allie can back me up on this. I really do not give two shits about what
It's
people.
like almost not fair to ask Jake about this
And
because
and this is why I'm going to say
I cannot wait to hear the rest of this.
Well, she'll back me up on this, or she'll explain it in her own way. I care about like what you guys think. It's like people who
are close to you.
have earned my time. I'm really
In your circle.
Exactly. Like with Eric, she hates it that I'm so good at. I can literally meet somebody I never have in my life, and in 2 minutes, I've already got this person figured out.
Oh,
It's
that
either
person-
I either
that person's an
I either
asshole,
like
and
them,
they end up being an asshole.
and like that's like with Eric, it's genuine. It's just something that he puts off. Other people are different. So with me, I don't give two shits what people think about me. I was picked on as a kid. I was overweight. I didn't have a lot of friends. And thankfully, I was one of the lucky ones that was able to figure that out quick. I don't have to care what these people think. Words are just words. I like who I am. I can make the best of it. So with me, I know how to compartmentalize with that type of stuff. If somebody says something to me or something's bad, it's like, I'll get pissed for a bit. And then I'm done.
Put them on the list and just move on with your day.
The shit list.
So, and that's it. It's like, I deal with it kind of special. It's like, I'll get pissed every once in a while
But
and
not
I'll
everyone
cool off.
is like that.
And that's exactly it.
And
So
the thing is that we all work in an industry where it is macho. It tends to be very macho.
It is toxic masculinity at its
finest.
Yeah, honestly.
And
seriously.
it's hard
Was
to
it
be.
Allie and I are breaking the molds over here.
Yeah, it's hard to be,
You go,
know, a little bit different or.
Hey, girl, hi.
I want a hot dog real bad.
Oh my god. We're in an industry where if you talk about shit and you make it seem like you're not totally owning it and like fucking shit up and doing it hard or whatever. Yeah, you got it.
Sending it.
Phrasing.
I'm searching for the page. Hold on.
That if you bring up anything that makes you seem like you're not
Phrasing.
Boom.
handling it well,
The idea
then
perceived as weakness.
then you come off as weak, or you
But
come
that's
off
not the case.
as, oh well, she's just a girl and she's just like emotional or whatever. It's like, no, you've done the same shit 10,000 times over and over and over, and I'm fucking pissed off now.
Yeah.
It builds
And
up. It builds up after a while. You have to have some kind of outlet for that.
And that's exactly what I wanted to bring up, Eric, too, is that like it is okay to talk about it. I guarantee that there's someone at your dealership or there's someone in your life that feels the way you feel. And if there isn't someone at your dealership or in your life like that, like
Hit us up.
we're
They're
here.
lying too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yes, also hit us up.
So you're all hiding it, like it, because we all have the days where it just seems like, what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point?
We have proved time and time again that it doesn't matter whether you're in California or Florida or Texas or Canada. Customers are the same because people are the same.
Yep.
And listen, people are the same.
People are people.
We are the same. I mean, so we are all going through the same shit constantly. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us for questions, suggestions,
Even if you don't want to
comments.
be on the podcast, like that's totally fine.
We have
Just
people all
message
the
us,
time
like,
that message us and want to be anonymous.
Left anonymous, yeah.
And and we don't even talk about these on. These are people that just want to talk to us.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine as well. We love that stuff.
And
all of our
that's their
collective
outlet.
wisdom,
Right.
wisdom and knowledge and stuff like that. We have plenty of ways to try and help alleviate your problems.
Well, and with that, also keep in mind, there are people who are hitting us up about this, so you're not alone.
you're
yeah.
not
Oh yeah,
alone.
you're not alone.
Literally, it's like it happens, and it's cool, and on both sides of the spectrum, there is always something to talk about. Good, bad, indifferent. It's still something to talk about.
Yeah, and I wanted
Don't
to
bottle it.
touch on something that really works for me is when, I'm having a really bad day.
She yells at me.
Sometimes, and I'm sorry.
No,
Someone's
see,
gonna get it.
But see, that's the thing, that I love you, so it's like I'm good at being a sponge. So when you just need to vent, I'm like, I'm here to listen.
Is it because I burnt the roast?
What?
Is it because I burnt the roast?
Oh, South Park.
Yep.
Matt and Trey, get at me.
But
Family Guy, my friend. Family Guy.
like
Oh, that was Family Guy.
Bunny's on fire.
same thing.
Yeah.
So something that does help me get through is like, okay, well, yeah, it sucks right now, but tomorrow it's going to be better. Or in 5 minutes, like I need to calm down and it's going to be better. And if it's not better in the next day, it will be. Like eventually you just have to get through. You have to slog through it sometimes. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys like?
It's not worth it. It's not worth your sanity and the madness that you put yourself through. Sometimes you just need to walk away for a little bit, and that's okay.
Yeah.
If you gotta
Walk
go
away.
if you smoke, go take a cigarette break or whatever it is that you smoke.
Listen to
and
whatever
to-
music you listen to.
Right.
And not to simplify what you were explaining, but nothing lasts forever, including when you're pissed or a
Not a
bad
song.
day.
It's like what she said. Tomorrow's a new day.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you get to leave that place and leave all those problems behind you. Don't take them home with you.
Yeah, and also don't beat yourself up for feeling that way.
Being a human.
Like you're a human.
Yeah.
That's,
You know,
the human experience is to feel good and to feel bad and everything in between. I mean, it's
I've had apprentices training under me, and they'll make a mistake or they'll break something or something will happen, and they tend to beat themselves up for it, and they expect all this backlash and they feel bad, and you see them getting all down in the dumps. I asked them, I said, "Did you learn something from what happened?"
So important.
Yes. Okay. Well, then that's all that matter. The broken part can be replaced. It's not going to set us back. We can move on from this. It's not a big deal. As long as you learn something, that's all I care about. Don't beat yourself up over it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a really good place to end that topic. And if you guys want to talk more about it, let us know. What did we not touch on? Like, whatever.
And for legal reasons, we are not therapists.
We're super not.
I'll be the first to tell you. One of the hats I wear is not a therapy hat. So, before we leave, the other listener mail is Ryan from Suburban Ford.
He wanted to talk to us about kind of general.
You mean Chevy, right? Suburban Chevy Suburban.
Where's the rim shot?
Wait a minute.
Kevin, the rim shot one.
Hey, Kevin. So bring that back and say it slower.
It's this fucking shitty Shure microphone, dude. Like I say stuff and this thing.
Are you sure?
I'm sure this sucks.
Is it the delay on it that made you not hit the button on time?
No, it's
Sorry, not sorry, Kevin.
Okay, so you know what? You know what? Before we continue, guys, we continue to need your support. We need another mic so we can have cool people like Eric on, and Kevin doesn't have to be the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, Eric, why don't you go ahead and say hi to the people again?
Hi.
Oh, what happened to your microphone,
what
bud?
happened? Whoa, guys.
Are we all
Wait.
gone?
Where'd you
Am
go,
I
buddy?
here?
I gasped.
Wait a minute. I was for once the one who didn't have his mic cut. Holy
Fuck you,
crap.
Jay!
Me and Kevin are in the house. Is your mic still dead, Allie? No, it
it's
okay.
not.
Damn it! I'm just kidding. Damn it! But seriously, we still need your help and support. We love you guys, just like hopefully you love us, and we need your love and support.
And when we get real big and I make a Patreon, we'll have a donating portion where it's like, we will fly you out to California to do a record.
For a barbecue and you'll get 2 hot dogs and a hamburger and some French fries.
And a piece of
Man, I
Costco
could really
sheet
go
cake.
for a hot dog.
Real bad.
Real bad.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, okay. Before we forget, what was the...
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I didn't mean
sorry,
to
not sorry.
cackle.
What happened, Eric? Are you okay?
Technical difficulties over here.
Technical foul.
You got unplugged from
I'm
the
back.
Matrix. You've got another email.
Yeah.
Before.
So Ryan from
electronic mail.
Suburban Ford, he was wanting to talk to us about shop morale and basically kind of how you deal with brown nosers. You know, like people that are more worried about somebody else's work and what they're doing than their own work, and how do you look at that, and how do you deal with somebody who's either more into your business than they should be into their business, or vice versa. If maybe you're the person that's somebody into somebody else's business more than they.
How do you get anything?
A nice
done
sack
like
of Valencia oranges lets them know you mean business. Doesn't leave a bruise for HR.
Yes,
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
that is one way you could good old Nancy Kerrigan it, but
Rubber
Oh my
fan belt.
god.
but that's kind of what Ryan wanted to know about. I know that we've had some difficult employees in our past, Eric.
You just got to do you, boo boo.
Yeah,
I'm as blunt as a spoon. I tell it like it is. So if you're in my
love
business and
that.
it doesn't concern you, I'm going to tell you.
there is no filter on that one. Let me tell you.
Zero. Well, when it needs to be there, it's there.
But at
Sure.
the same time, it's like if I were oh no, party foul.
You squirting all over the couch again, Jake?
If
I didn't know
Grab-
you could do that.
Grab one of those things. They're easier to wash than the
What,
couch
this?
cushions. Yeah.
What
yes,
are you?
Of course.
What are you handsing at?
he said do that,
Well, that's okay.
he told us to.
All right.
It never happened.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say everybody. Like
This
I said,
part's gonna get cut out.
everybody gets one.
He came.
Kevin just VA'd the mic. If before I did a complete party foul, if I was working with you guys, like how you said, blunt as a spoon. I like that though. It's like if I'm overstepping my boundaries, I take that as a
let
sign.
me know.
Right. I take that as a sign of respect. It's like, okay, it's real, it's blunt. It's like he doesn't want me here. It's none of my goddamn business. I'll come back to this in a different way.
Yeah. And the office is just super passive aggressive. Because it's all
Leave a
ladies.
post-it note.
No, it's just like,
Leave a
oh, you,
post-it note.
It's all ladies and their cycles have lined up, so watch the fuck out.
Yeah.
It happens.
we can't see each other. We can only because we have cubicles, right? It's not like Sam's where you can see over the
what?
cubicle.
It's all cubicles.
Yeah, so you're
sucks.
you've
I'm
got
going to
some
need those
privacy.
TPS reports.
So I'll be on the
TPMS
phone and I'll be talking to another employee, and one of my coworkers will be like, "Well, that's not how it was," or something like that from the other
Hostile
side.
work
That
environment.
is very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I'd do. I can be blunt, but I can be a passive aggressive as well.
You know,
Really, Eric, you don't say.
we didn't really say
Mike's
like
never
how to deal with
experienced
it.
that.
Well, you know, if you weren't such an idiot,
I guess I'll just stay away from Eric today.
My favorite way to deal with stuff like that is just to bottle it all up inside until
don't do that. Don't do that.
You just
until
touched
it just
on this earlier.
explodes in a rage of yelling and make me seem
When we go
very-
home, she hits me.
So the bottom line is, don't worry what's in somebody else's bowl. Worry
Be
about
happy.
what's in your bowl, and let the other person deal with what's in their bowl.
But what if I want to know what type of snacks you got, bro?
Well, it's not up to you to worry about
You
my
didn't buy those
snacks.
snacks. Those aren't your snacks.
You didn't buy them snacks.
I have Fruit Loops in my bowl.
Oh,
Those are good.
I've
I
got
don't
your.
like cereal.
I got your mom's homemade Chex Mix.
Okay,
How is homemade Chex Mix bad?
it's because you said your mom's. Oh,
Your mom's homemade Chex. How the fuck do you make that dirty?
I don't. People giggled. I didn't.
People
I didn't
giggled.
control
Yeah, I
the
didn't go
giggling.
there, and I have one of the worst minds here.
Yeah, thank you.
It's in your own mind.
So, Mike, if people wanted to support us, where would they go?
Well,
They
we
would
have
look in their own bowl and see that
Well,
at Facebook.com.
we have
we're at-
Facebook, we have Instagram.
Okay, so
Allie's like, okay.
again, thank you guys for listening. We love you so much. We literally couldn't do this without you, and we wouldn't do it if it wasn't for you.
And a huge bell slam to Eric for joining us.
Yes, Eric.
Hashtag
thank you
sell the bell.
so much, brother.
Thank you.
Yes,
I hope
thank
you guys
you.
will have me back again.
Oh, we definitely
You'll come
will.
back.
Give me some scan. I love that. Yes, thank you, Eric.
Okay, this is
It's a visual thing.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll explain.
You'd have
that
to
later.
be there.
Bromint. We'll call it a bromint.
So you can go ahead and visit us on Twitter and Instagram at customer_states. Facebook at facebook.com/customer states podcast. And you can email us at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, Mike.
Which also just happens
Yeah,
to be
hit him with the anchor.
Jake.
Our anchor.
Well, our PayPal is also customerstatespodcast@gmail.com.
You know what? To be honest, I keep forgetting we have that PayPal. So PayPal a show.
That's
Anchor
how.
a
That's
show.
how you can buy your very own hashtag
Sell
sell
the
the bell. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
very beautiful.
Also,
very powerful.
we are at anchor.fm.
Yep.
But they are no longer actually supporting us. So
Oh, they are not.
Yeah. So they can go
We're poor.
continue to support us in some other fashion.
Oh, there you go.
Also, shout out to Tyler and Jean-Luc.
Yes.
Because they are still supporting us. And we love you guys. We
love
all
you.
the fans. Everybody who's got the hashtag Still the Bell, please send us the pictures to our podcast page on the Facebooks.
Yep.
You got to show us the new homes for your hashtag Still the Bell.
And thank
Eric,
you-
I'm looking at you because
I
you got
know.
yours a week ago and still haven't put it on.
But I'm not simple in any way, fashion, or form.
He's
so
got to make
I
it.
need
He's got to make
Yeah,
it glamorous.
don't
I that's it. Thank
Yep.
you. See,
I
Jake
want a
gets me.
video
Yeah, I
of
do.
you
Jake,
like
I get
Vanna
Eric.
Whiting. Vanna Whiting.
It's not
you
going
know-
to take
you know
him
what,
much.
before
It's going to
we
be an
end this-
elaborate video or picture. I'm telling you.
that box opening, that box reveal.
Oh, from Ray.
from
Yeah.
Ray, that was beautiful. That was
Chef's kiss.
Listen,
Chef's kiss.
We love it. We love
Make it your own.
All
Make
of
it
our
fun.
interactions. Make it fun. This whole podcast is based around fun and venting and exploring new things. So definitely, we love you guys. Please continue to listen and support us. Share it with your friends. If you receive a hashtag Still the Bell, please post it up on there. You know where to find us. You know where to love us.
And as always, guys, we will see you next time.
Love you.
Bye.
Hi, this is Mike Sarah from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then you can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.